Well, Tarek and Jennifer, as you know, the ceremony I'm performing here is a civil ceremony, which means you have to stay civil to each other, at least. It's a civil ceremony, but I would expect that you will accord to it. Sure you will, the same weight and solemnity that you would if it were a religious service performed at a house of worship or a more formal setting, but certainly not nicer or friendlier than this. And if everybody's ready, we can. Is that Christmas music?
Edward Sharp.
Okay.
We can turn it down.
No, it's good.
Okay.
I'm not bothered.
Okay.
We are assembled here today to join this man and this woman in marriage, which is held in honor among all people. Those who enter into this relation must learn to cherish a mutual esteem and love, to bear with each other's infirmities and weaknesses, to comfort each other in sickness, trouble, and sorrow, in honesty and industry to provide for each other and for their household in temporal things, and to live together as the heirs of the grace of life. This brings us to the time where the most difficult questions asked. If there be any person present here today who knows any just cause why these two should not be joined in marriage, I request that he speak now or forever after hold his peace. Good crowd.
All right.
And I charge the both of you, if either of you knows any just cause why you two may not lawfully be joined in marriage here today, you do now confess it to me. If not, I'd inquire, Tarek, will you have this woman to be your wife in all love and honor, in all duty and service, in all faith and tenderness, to live with her and cherish her in the holy bond of marriage?
Yes, I do.
And Jennifer, will you have this man to be your husband in all love and honor, in all duty and service, in all faith and tenderness, to live with him and cherish him in the holy bond of marriage?
I do.
Tarek and Jennifer, the vows you're taking here today are very similar to the vows that nearly everybody takes when they embark upon a joint path as husband and wife. Sometimes with all the arranging, maybe a little bit of nerves, you may look upon this event as the culmination of your lives together, which it is not. It's not an end, it's a beginning. Because from this day forward, your lives and your relationship are changed into things distinctly different than what they were before. Your relationship will be indelibly formalized. Hereafter, you'll be Mr. and Mrs. Husband and wife. And I would expect that your family and friends will open their ranks and make you a part of the extended family and friendships, but as a unit. And of course, the U.S. government will give you a special tax status. After this day joins with other days and becomes a week, the weeks become months and the months years, I would expect that your relationship will surely grow, strengthen, and mature. On the one hand, you should never lose sight of your personal individuality. But on the other hand, you should always remember to give the greatest weight to the perpetuation of your status as husband and wife. And above all, remember to stay each other's best friend, as well as the each other's life. And I have a poem entitled The Art of Marriage, but if you wanted to speak your vows either right before or right after that, other than the ones I'll have you to say, you may do so now.
Sure,
if you want.
sure. I'll read it if that's okay. I can memorize it. All right. It all started the night I met you. I may not remember most of the night because you were my bartender, although I remember very clearly meeting you. And that's immediately when I knew I wanted you in my life. We got to spend some time together when you came up to the Raptor Center with me, and that was really fun. Then we got to go paddle boarding, and we got to have a real fun night, as a good bonus. When we randomly bumped into each other at the business convention at Sportsplex, it was a pivotal moment. And even though you were trying to sell me radio advertising, I was very excited again to spend some more time with you. And look where it's brought us now. We've been through a ton together. Great times, low times, and a plethora of amazing adventures. And now we get to start our lifetime together, our lifetime adventure. That being said, I, Tarek Husevold, take you, Jennifer Irwin, to be my beautiful wife. And these things I promise you. I'll be faithful to you and honest with you. I will respect, trust, help, and care for you. I will share my life with you. I will forgive you as we have been forgiven. And I will try with you to better understand ourselves, the world, and our higher power. Through the best and the worst of what is to come, as long as we live. I love you.
I love you. We weren't supposed to do this, so I just look.
You just did
I
the right
love
thing.
you.
You said I love you.
Yeah.
If you want to add to you, certainly can.
That's okay.
Our adventures.
That's all right.
Yeah, this is why we.
Well.
Yeah, no, yes, everything you said is beautiful.
It was.
It's our
From the
story.
This is called the art of marriage. The little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon. It should continue through all the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together, facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not expecting the husband to wear a halo or the wife to have the wings of an angel. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is finding room for the things of the Spirit. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, the dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. And you know, I like flowers a lot, so I'm going to take that from you
Okay.
so that you two can join both
Yes.
hands. And Tarek, if you repeat after me, I, Tarek,
I, Tarek,
take thee, Jennifer,
take thee, Jennifer,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
And I do promise and covenant
And I do promise and covenant
before these witnesses
before these witnesses
to be thy loving and faithful husband,
to be thy loving and faithful husband,
in plenty and in want,
in plenty and in want,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
It's your turn, Jennifer. If you repeat after me, I, Jennifer,
Hi, Jennifer.
take thee, Tarek,
Take thee, Tarek,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
And I do promise and covenant
And I do promise and covenant
before these witnesses
before these witnesses
to be thy loving and faithful wife,
to be thy loving and faithful wife,
in plenty and in want,
in plenty and in want,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
And Tarek, if you'll take this smaller ring, place it on the third finger of her left hand, and repeat after me. This ring I give you,
This ring I give you,
in token and in pledge
in token and in pledge
of our constant faith
of our constant faith
and abiding love.
and abiding love.
Take that, place it on the third finger of his left hand. Repeat after me. This ring I give you,
This ring I give you,
in token and in pledge
in token and in pledge
of our constant faith
of our constant faith
and abiding love.
and abiding love.
Yeah. Then, by virtue of the power vested in me by the state of Washington, as evidenced by the vows you've taken here today, the documents to which you have affixed your signatures, as attested to by your very professional witnesses' signatures, and the exchange of rings, I now pronounce you, Tarek, and you, Jennifer, husband and wife.
Wow.
At this time, Tarek, you may kiss your bride, and Jennifer, you kiss him back. You
I
can
can
do
kiss
that
him
too.
back, okay?
Let me give you these. And then if you'll turn around
Okay.
this way,
Okay.
and I'd like to present to the crowd,
Oh.
for the first time as husband and wife,
To you.
Tarek and Jennifer. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you very much.
Great
Oh,
morning, beautiful
Thank
morning.
you. Yes, so what do we do?
just like this.